Our fourth one that we want to discuss is creating that Facebook friendly content, and this is not easy. So okay, let's take for instance the wall, and we know that content is still king. So one of the things that we could do is looking for that unique information. What is it that we're not publishing elsewhere? One of the great things about having a writer from our organization is that they will be working within your organization looking for unique information. For instance, it could be behind the scenes content, it could be coming up with ideas of promotions which don't exist. It's creating unique content that even exists in the way they reply to posts and comment, and through fan page interaction, driving new content and then responding to that initiative from fans. And of course, there will be corporate content, rewriting that into a more conversational style, which makes it seem less like spam, and then hopefully over time building quality likes and comments so we can see that the users actually do trust the content which is on here. The second area that we'd like to focus on with customers is events. This is one of the big reasons that people love to become fans of brands, is so that they can just keep up with their events. So if at the moment your events page is looking pretty empty, we'd like to help you build that out by sending invites and reminders, and that could be either events which your organization is putting on that we're placing on here as well, or perhaps we're coming up with our own event ideas, putting them on here and then inviting fans to participate. Promotions is also very important. Talked about that earlier, building out that promotions tab. That some of the things just might be offering them promotions which are not available elsewhere. Specifically, again, it's unique for the Facebook fans. Some great ones I've seen, there are some fantastic applications which we can install on your site. For instance, GroupCar, which is free, which allows you to collectively celebrate the birthdays of fans. Quite nice. And there's lots of these pre-built applications that can be installed that we can use. The other one is the Photos tab. Like so much of the time the Photos tab is dominated by corporate content, products, pictures of products, pictures of services, pictures of buildings, and yet there are no pictures of the community, no pictures of the fans using the product. So what we'd like to do is substitute getting away from those corporate pictures, those slick shots that have been taken, and putting more of that user-generated content on there. The other thing that our editors can do, is while they're actually at the events, they could be shooting content. So you can see here that, what we'd like to do is, using those nice 3G phones, is being able to snap pictures, snap video, and then immediately tagging that content and uploading it so that the page is very current. People like to come to a fan page because they're expecting it to be not only necessarily unique information, but perhaps up to date. So it updates quicker than the website. It's a reason to become a fan. So just to summarize the services that go with our packages: daily monitoring of Facebook pages to update content and address questions and comments from fans. Writers to attend major events and shows to make live roaming reports, and this of course has been put on Facebook and Twitter. Meeting up with partners to look for new opportunities to create store promotions, writing new editorial. All these things are very important. Of course, measurement. What we see is that not only are we looking at the increase in the number or the percentage of fans over a given time, but also the total number and the quality of the comments and the likes. I think that's a very important statistic that we need to look at. So let's have a look at some fees and timing. We have two packages. We have a starter package. So the starter pack is approximately $150 a day, or $3,000 a month, and that gets you a lot of stuff. Okay, you got your one-time Facebook setup fee at the beginning of $750. Of course, all these prices are in Sing dollars, so if you're in another country, you may have a currency advantage here. And in this package there are 4 components. You have your writer, so a real human face that we're talking about, someone fans can meet at events, socialize with them via Facebook. You've got the monitoring service, so 5 days a week we are monitoring, commenting on the wall, tweeting important messages. Discussions, so starting discussion topics weekly, answering these questions, and reporting, so at the end of every month rolling up a growth report and also coming up with recommendations. So if you took a 6-month contract, which is what we suggest we do in order to get you results, this will cost you approximately $150 a day. Now if you feel that's not enough, and believe me, that is well and above a lot of our competitors, we have what we call our Power User package, and it has everything that the starter pack had, except it's got 2 extra ones. It's got groups and events. So this is where we really start to build out unique content. This is where you're really building the profile of Facebook directly with fans at events, and by creating special groups that you're targeting with content to stimulate special interests. So the events is very interesting. We look at targeting at least 4 on-site half-day events, okay? And so that includes all the posting, all the sort of post-event type activity, tagging photos, videos, adding text, answering questions, and of course then talking to the individual groups that might have been associated with the event. Now if this really does tickle your fancy, and believe me, this is where, if you are want to be very aggressive in building your fan page membership, this is only $300 a day, or approximately $6,000 a month. Money very, very well spent. Okay, so that's the end of our presentation today. Remember that you can find out more about us by visiting www.firestarter.com.sg, or just send us an email, info@firestarter.com.sg, and perhaps in the next podcast we'll be talking about Facebook ads and Facebook Connect. Thanks very much, and until then, see you later.
This is Digital Marketing Asia, covering everything digital in Asia.